Knowing two sides of the same coin can help you supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our idiom, our expression today is two sides of the same coin. What does it mean? It, of course, means that two things are regarded as part and of the same thing, right? A coin, each coin, say a quarter, or I've got a franc, I've got a Swiss franc, I've got a not a Build-A-Bear, a Care Bear coin, a Culver's coin, but two sides of the same coin. It's got the brand on one side. It's got the what's this good for? What is this token good for? What can you use it for? Well, it's good for a scoop of kids' ice cream, right? For an ice cream cone. The Sacagawea dollar. It's got a famous person. The United States money has a famous person on one side, and then usually a monument or some symbol. For example, the quarters. This is an older quarter, but the new quarters all have a different state representation on them. Geez, for several years now. Let's see if I've got a new one. Yep, here's another. I don't know what state on the back. It looks like Mississippi. Mississippi, and so a symbol of Mississippi. But either side of this coin, no matter what you do, no matter what you look at it, it's worth 25 cents in America today, right? Sacagawea dollar, it's worth $1. Whether you look at the front of the coin or the back of the coin, it's still worth $1. Two sides of the same coin. Well, what does this have to do with our business, and where the heck did this expression and idiom come from in the first place? It actually is from an English proverb in 1742 is when it became popular, and it came to the United States in 1802 as part of the diary and autobiography of John Adams. And in 1817, Thomas Jefferson used the expression in a letter that he wrote. So it has, of course, been popular for a couple hundred years here in the United States, longer in the United Kingdom, or in England. What does this have to do with our business? Well, it reminds us of a couple of things. Number one, we live in a polar universe, right? There's two sides to everything. And it means that we can look at things that seem unrelated, but they're actually two sides of the same coin, or very related indeed. So think of something like violent behavior and deep insecurity. Now, I've had this discussion with my sister, who's a psychologist, several times, and she, of course, disagrees with me, but I believe that people that are super duper elitist, egotistical, they think they're better than everybody else. I believe that they actually, the opposite side of that coin is deep insecurity. Now, it's different than violent behavior, but I personally believe those two things are often part of the same parcel. I think narcissists are extremely insecure, even though they're narcissists, and that doesn't seem to make sense. They're like opposites. It's like good and evil. And we could argue that there's good and evil, good and bad in everyone and everything based on our perspective, or what we choose to, which wolf we choose to feed. Remember that story about the wolves, the good wolf and the bad wolf, and asking the elder or the parent, what will show up in your life? What kind of a person will you be? Well, it depends which wolf you feed. If you feed the good in you, you tend to be a good person. If you feed the bad in you, you tend to be a bad person, or an unethical, immoral person. Failure and lessons learned, or failure and stepping stones. To me, those are two sides of the same coin, right? Success and celebration, those are the same thing, I guess. So, but good or bad, it's two sides of the same coin, right? Any emotion that we look at or think about is actually related to its opposite emotion, right? Love and hate, peace and war. They're two sides of the same coin. One could not exist without the other existing. Good could not exist without evil. Competition, we can have either competition, or we can look at it as competition as a negative thing, or we can look at it as collaborative partners for our business, right? Ways to build and grow our business even faster because we join forces with people in our same industry, or semi-related people in our industry. So competition, a lot of people look at it as bad. I personally believe there's no competition if you're doing your own thing, doing the best you can, making the world a better place, and serving the people that you're here to serve to the best of your ability, and continuing to do that. There really isn't any competition. It's all part of the whole, right? Being in a polar universe, it's all still part of the whole, right? It's part of the world. Our whole world is a combination of all the things. So I actually love this expression, two sides of the same coin. I don't think I use it very often. I can't think that I've used it very often in my life. Probably have on occasion, but nothing comes to mind that, oh, I've said, well, that's two sides of the same coin. But I think that it's a way to convey a message that people can understand intuitively without necessarily agreeing with or having the same example as you. I mean, we could go political with this and we could say Democrats and Republicans are really two sides of the same coin, right? Because politicians pretty much are politicians. Could say that about anything. So I'm curious if you've used this expression, what it means to you, how you can see it impacting and growing and supersizing your business. To me, the biggest way is understanding that we're all part of the same whole and we can contribute to the world in a positive or negative way. It's entirely up to us. Both can lead to success, both can lead to failure, but it's up to us to decide what it is that we want to create in the world. All right, have a great day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another money-related idiom for the month of November. We're coming up to the end of November already. Isn't that crazy? It's amazing how fast time flies. The older I get, the faster time flies. All right, so think of some coins today, two sides of the same coin, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it in supersizing and growing your business today? Have an awesome day. Bye.